So I don't have children myself, but one day when I do, one lesson I hope to instill in my children is to accept people for who they are, even if they're not in love with somebody else, right? We as a culture, we love to give a lot of hype to the idea of two people falling in love, right? And it doesn't help that all children come from the product of two people falling in love. It doesn't help that either, right? Up until very recently, it was very difficult to adopt children if you weren't a couple, right? So in more recent times, it might have changed. But aside from that, it's very important that we teach children that life is more than just two people falling in love, right? I think that the Gabby Petito saga could have turned out differently if we didn't need somebody else in order to fit into this culture, right? Had Brian been able to go out and enjoy the rest of his summer vacation by himself, if Gabby were able to do that, the whole story might have played very differently, right? It would have been no different than two roommates parting ways, right? It happens all the time, right? I just had to move back to Seattle from Phoenix because I got to work in person again. I got important career connections here, and it's not like it didn't tear me apart that I had to leave my friends in Phoenix. But it was just that, right? I could come back to Seattle, I could be accepted for who I am in my career, and lately I've been doing pretty well with the social circles here in Seattle as well, right? Just the other day I was able to sit down with somebody and play Pokemon. This guy was very nice at teaching me how to play and all that. I'll see him again on Tuesday, and this is very good. But unfortunately, we as a culture lock ourselves into the idea that we always need two people in love. Fortunately, this past decade, we've raised a lot of awareness about other kinds of relationships. Of course, it's still always two people, right? That always bothers me a lot, right? We can never have one person go out and in a romantic way, right? Yes, I am actually romantically in love with myself. And the reason I know is that sometimes I'll hear stories or listen to music about romance, and I'll literally feel that way about my relationship with myself. I really do. I'm not trying to exaggerate or anything. Unfortunately, we live in a culture that doesn't really allow for that, right? Also, teach children that we need to accept each other for what we eat, right? And there are some people who don't feel especially comfortable eating in public because either they have concerns and they want to be more in tune with their body, and they want to be able to prepare their own food, not have distractions out there. And unfortunately, we teach children just the opposite. We teach children always to try one bite, to be nice. No, this is not about niceness, right? You don't go to a zoo and expect animals to eat foods outside of their habitat, right? That's not called being nice. That's called potentially causing harm, right? But for some reason, if it's a human, right, I don't know why. All right. So anyway, teach your children to accept people for who they love and what they eat, or the lack thereof. Thanks for watching.